And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from Braemar Arena. High school hockey on the air right here at the mnhockey.tv. We're starting it up a little bit early today because it is senior day here at Braemar Arena for the Edina Hornets. So our very own Todd Grover will be manning the camera for you and try to get things closer. As far as the audio is concerned, we'll try to turn that up as loud as we can off of the ambient sound that we have here from our microphone setup and get you the words of Pat Milan. Hopefully, if anything, you can see and visualize the special day for the seniors on the Edina High School roster. Being recognized today will be Sophia Dahl, Katie Davis, Lucy Bolby, Tella Jungles, Alexandra Mon, Megan Phillips, Anna Roman, Nicole Chrysler, and Noelle Newman. We'll take it downstairs now as they continue to set things up with Pat Milan. And we appreciate your tuning in here today at the mnhockey.tv, where we have a full slate right now. We have the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights in action against Hill Murray to close out their regular season campaign. And then later this evening, it's JV action, Jefferson and Benilde St. Margaret's. Varsity action with those two teams as well. They're at 5 and 7. And then we're going to be picking up our gear here from Braemar Arena. And we'll be heading over to the Eden Prairie Community Center, where the Eagles will be hosting the Edina Hornets.
And welcome to Braemar Arena, home of the Edina girls.
So the Senior Day festivities are completed, and we will clear the ice, have that resurfaced, and face-off will be in 14 minutes at the mnhockey.tv. Simply angelic. Wow, that was an impressive rendition of our nation's national anthem as we're going to get ready to get this one started. The Edina Hornets and the Hopkins Park Royals. We're going to go with the Royals here tonight because that's how they're listed on the official roster. So save your cards and letters because that's just what we're doing tonight. We're all good here. So senior night with the Edina Hornets. Ready to play their final home game of the regular season here. Edina comes into this one with a very impressive record, 23-1. Their only loss was 24 games ago when they opened the season against the Andover Huskies. And that was a 1-0 loss. And since then, the Edina Hornets have just ripped off win after win, 23 straight to be exact, and they came up with a nice 5-1 win at the Maple Grove Community Ice Arena on Friday the 31st. So that was just yesterday. Back-to-back action here for the Hornets as they will be taking on the Hopkins Royals, another Lake Conference combatant. This is their first matchup between the two teams, and for the Royals of Hopkins Park, they enter this one with a 7-win season so far. As we are underway, Hornets from the corner. Starting in goal for Edina is going to be number 1, Sarah Swan. And that one is in on goal. And drawing the ire of Leah Bosch was Katie Davis in around the goal mouth area. Leah Bosch, very good goaltender, coming up through the ranks. There's a face-off that's played back through the Edina zone. And it's going to be sent behind as the Hornets will regroup and come up with that loose puck back in behind the net. Absolutely wild as I'm looking at this right now. The Edina roster was cut off on the numbers, so we're going to try and do some surgery on these things. I think the numbers fit in okay for the Royals, so we'll be okay there. Back in behind the net, forechecking for Edina was Kylie Roberts. As they'll look out front, walking in as Jungles scores! Oh, what a big goal there, right out of the box. The Hornets opportunistic. Vivian Jungles wires that one in for the 1-0 lead. There you see her gather that in and just send it back to the back of the net at Bosch, and now they take the 1-0 lead early on here. 15:56 to go in the first period. We're back underway from center as that's played back up and out of play. Lots of whistles to the start of this one. As we'll face this off in the center ice area, get the official scoring from Pat Milan.
Vivian Jungles, her 9th of the season, with the assist to number 12, Kylie Roberts.
9th of the season for Jungles.
From Roberts, it's an even strength goal.
Swan enters this game with a 3-0 record and goal with a .67 goals against average. Just 5 percentage points above that of Uma Cornier, who's got a .62 goals against average. See, Edina team just stingy defensively. It's absolutely insane. They've pitched 10 shutouts on the season. Swan has one of those. Back in off the end boards. The Hornets will work the end line. That's Tella Jungles on the play. Protecting from the corner. They looked up high. Now it's Vivian Jungles. She has her 9th of the season to start things here for the Hornets. 6-17-1 is the record on the Hopkins Park Royals. There's a wrister that's sent up over the glass. They're 0-7 in late conference play. And you take that off of the record. That's a 6-10-1 campaign for them against the rest. Back up through center ice they go. They're going to find an opening and send that one the length of the ice for an icing call as they'll get the change. In goal tonight, it's Leah Bosch. She's 5-17-1. She's got a save percentage of .899 rather, and a goals against average of 3.93. Back up to the line, the Hornets were there. That was Sammy Hankinson, the freshman up on the varsity roster. Had a nice chat with Father Casey moments ago before the start of this game. Jane Keel now to take the draw for Edina, and she's in against the Royals' Carmen Hashka. Played off the boards at center ice. It's going to be handled by Holly Olson, and the Hornets will gather and play off the boards with Jane Keel. To center it goes. Here comes Davis to the right wing side. She gets jammed on the play as the puck rolls into the corner. Defensively there for Hopkins Park was Sarah McCallan. Now it's going to be gathered in by the Royals' Sophia Hoffman. To the line but not out. Sent in on goal by Hankinson and hung on by Bosch. 14:06 remains here in the first period. We have a hefty schedule here at the MNHockey.tv today. Got Manilde St. Margaret's and Hill Murray duking it out right now at the rec center. Check out our viewer guide at the MNHockey.tv. Then later on tonight, it's JV action. Red Knights and Jefferson Jaguars doing battle. And then Edina Hornets boys and Eden Prairie boys at 7:30 to round out this week's coverage. Then we go into really 2 weeks left of play next week and the week after. There's a quick wrister by Maxwell that's turned aside by Bosch. Roberts up to the line looking for Dahl. That's played to center by Hopkins Park. Puck will roll into the Edina zone. No icing on the play as Maxwell guides it over for Dahl from the corner. Sophia Dahl looks ahead. That's off the skates of her teammate Barrett Lindborg. Up to the line it goes. That's shoveled down the wall on the backhand there by Hopkins Park's defender, McCallan. Now there's a quick wrister in on Bosch from Roberts as Bosch goes down with the catch glove and scoops it up off the ice and hangs on for the faceoff. Coming up to her right. Lauren Uline in on the draw for the Hornets. Out front it goes, and that's quickly covered up by Bosch. Watching her there as well was Charlotte Rich. Uline now wins the draw, back up to the line. Hornets will control and bump off the boards. Defensively, that was Lily Hendrickson. That was there for the Hornets. Now they'll carry this one up through center. Do the Royals. They'll play this hard in. That's Aaron Brasso. Out front it goes. Swan was there. That one hits traffic. There's a wrister that gets through. Swan kicks that away with the right pillow. In on goal again. Swan steers that off to the corner. Hendrickson is there. She's bothered by the captain for the Royals, Brousseau. There's a shot. Nice save. Swan. Ooh. Had some activity going on there, and there was Swan to be equal to the test. There it is. Now watch this. It gets real dicey and scrambly, and she gets down on that and covers it up. Back up into the center ice area it goes. Blowing a tire there for the Royals was Sophia Hoffman. Now it's back at center. Bumped off the boards. That was Sammy Hankinson. There's a shot. Oh, what a pad save. That was a big one made there, as that was Connor who took that feed from Chorsky. Now Hankinson looks up ice. Off the skate. Chorsky jammed on the play. Checked heavily. She goes down, looked for the call, wasn't going to get it. That was Abigail Meyer that applied the pressure there. Back up to the top of the circle. Connor has it. That's deflected off a stick and played back into the corner. Now Meyer off the boards. Here comes Hankinson. She runs into Meyer. I think they're going to be aware of number 4 in the Edmonton Oiler light colored sweaters. Love those jerseys. They've got a lot of flair and pop to them. Nice little move by Chorsky at center. She sends that one in and through. Deep it goes. Now the Hornets across the line looking to make the play on that puck. It's going to roll back into the corner. Delayed penalty coming up off the bench, off to the ice to the bench goes Swan. Maxwell to the right wing side, extra attacker. Lindborg is on. Now they go back up to Maxwell at the line for Dahl. Dahl loads it up, sends a pass to the slot area. That was handled momentarily there by Lindborg, and then the Royals make contact and possession on the puck, and they'll have the faceoff coming up inside their zone.
A minor penalty has been assessed to Hopkins Park's number 4, Abigail Meyer, 2 minutes for tripping. Meyer for tripping, it's a 2-minute minor. Time of the penalty, 6:01. Tripping at 6:01.
Back over to the near side now. Across the line they go with it. Hendrickson gathers and plays up to the line. That's Jungles who plays for Hendrickson. Back to the corner. She gets it back on the power play. There's a quick slapper that's deflected off Davis. Stick to the corner. Now they'll play to the left wing side. The Hornets look back up for Vivian Jungles. She'll leave that one off to Connor on the right wing side. Left side they go for Lily Hendrickson. Look at the puck movement here. Back in below they go. Now Chorsky will dangle through traffic up to the left wing side. Leaves off for Vivian Jungles. Now there's a give and go. Nice feed. Oh, and a nice save by Bosch. Terrific work there by the Hopkins Park goaltender. Back up to Connor, now into the corner. Snapping that puck around is this Hornet power play. Davis with a wrist shot in on goal, and that one's going to be stopped and covered by Bosch. Good decision there by the goaltender. Back behind, they'll play that off the glass to center. That's off Maxwell's shin. She'll regroup and play back over for Lindborg, who looks back up ice on a long feed. Now it's going to be Tella Jungles, leads off to the right wing side. They had Bowlby up high. She had to knock that into the zone, and that's going to be cleared back to center with 13 to go in the power play. Edina's Maxwell now back in behind the net. 9:07 to go in the first. Here comes Maxwell, angling across center. Gains the center red, gives off to the right wing side for Davis. She finds some room, carries that one in. On the ice is Abigail Meyer for Hopkins Park. They're now 5-on-5. They've got a player up ice, but that's cut off by Lindborg as they wanted to spring Aaron Brasso, but instead Hornets fire that back in the zone. Off the boards, they had a player hopping off. Now it's going to be Gwen Hendrickson to control as she guides it over to the near side for Hankinson, who plays up to the left wing. Now Roberts through center as she's canceled on the play there on a defensive posture by Swenson. Here they come back out of the zone. Aaron Brasso with it. She comes back with it. Looks to the left wing side. That's off the skate and handled by Hoffman at center. She's run into there as it's going to be turned up by Hankinson. Nice shifty move there by the freshman. Bumps off the boards. That'll be Roberts to tuck that one back in behind as Bosch cuts off behind the net. Now it's going to be handled by Meyer with it. Plays back in behind. Here's a chance out front. Scores! Oh, what a play by the Hornets. Watch this one develop from back in behind the net. And I believe that was the senior Tella Jungles. Gives her club the 2-0 lead. Chorsky turns it up with a nifty play backdoor. Look at that. Oh, mark the highlight reel there, but Bosch makes an incredible save. Look at this on replay. This is how it's done in the neutral zone. This is the game the way it was meant to be. You'll see this right there. Leaves it off, gets it back, and lets the shot go. Boy, that whole thing evolved and developed beautifully for the Hornets.
Time of the goal, 9:06. Time of the goal, 9:06.
Now it's going to be Brousseau with it as she plays that one to the corner. Connor is there looking ahead to Jungles. They feed a pass in front. And that was Betzer that was there momentarily. The Hornets now will have that sent up the wall by Lily Hendrickson, who gets it back. And now here she is through center. Lily Hendrickson over to the left wing side. Tella Jungles now. There's Chorsky with a shot deflected, save. There's Bosch again. Again, energy to the net. Hopkins Park goaltender does a nice job to just stay with that puck and cover it up. There you get a good look at the Hopkins Park goaltender, Leah Bosch. Wide of the mark it goes. It's going to be picked up by Keel back in behind the net. Stood up on the play. Keel gets it back. She does a nice job as she's being watched on the play closely by Hashka. Now Keel again with it, looks up to the line. That's knocked away from Holly Olsen as Swan is going to come out, and she's going to use the big goal stick just to guide that over for Hankinson, the sure-handed defender. She gets it to Maxwell, back over for Hankinson. Off the boards, ahead it goes. And now here they go through center. Nice move by Keel. Oh, she's going to be tripped up there as it's Bowlby now to set up over to the far side. There's Hankinson with a shot that deflects off the glass. Now it's going to be handled by Hoffman, and the tripping call will come up. The Hornets back on the power play.
The minor penalty's been assessed. Hopkins Park's number 27, Alicia Swenson. 2 minutes for tripping. Swenson for tripping. It's a 2-minute minor. Time of penalty, 10:54. Tripping at 10.
10:54, the tripping minor. Hornets win the 3-on-1 battle out of the corner. Lily Hendrickson guides to the corner, and she gets it back, turns away. And they'll work this one up from the corner again, back off for Lily Hendrickson with Chorsky playing catch now. Vivian Jungles has got a rocket. That one, I don't know if that was knocked away by Bosch. She tried to get the catch glove on it, but anyway, the Hornets control with 1:28 to go on the power play. There's a wrister. Nice glove by Bosch right there. She looked it right in. Take a look at this one on replay. As you'll see, just a nice look there by the Hornets. That was Connor who can put the puck in the net. I mean, she's definitely an offensive force for Sammy Reber's team. Emma Connor, 26 goals on the campaign, leads the team. She leads them in points with 44. Right behind her is Chorsky with 27 assists and 42 points. Hornets spread around the wealth offensively, no question. Again, another opportunity in on goal. That's covered up by Leah Bosch. 1:04 remains on the Hornet power play. This is their second of the first period of the game so far. Sent the length of the ice. Swan will play this one over for Maxwell, who takes this one back in behind the net. She has Lindborg on her left, and now Bowlby on the right. She finds Bowlby. Nice feed to the middle there as she catches up with Tella Jungles. Now Bowlby blows a tire there. And they have a 50-50 puck that's knocked back to center. Maxwell now, 36 to go in the power play. Maxwell leaves that one off. She's going to have to gather it back in, finds an opening and sends it in as Bosch will set up behind the net. Meyer comes away with it, finds an opening, plays it up. Brousseau is there, as now it's going to be the Hornets to regroup back in behind their net. Uline with the wheels back through center, cut off with the stick though by Hoffman. Sent right back into the Edina zone. 10 to go in the power play. Off the right wing on the breakout. The Hornets go for Brooke Greeley. Greeley comes together with Uline as well, but the Royals win the battle and send that one in on goal. That was Rich. They're now at full strength as Hopkins Park kills off the penalty. They'll work the offensive zone now to the right of Edina's goaltender, Sarah Swan. Back up to the line. There's a wrist or delayed penalty coming up. I think an Edina player might have taken down a Wayzata player in front. And they've got what looks to be a cross-check to Sophia Dahl. She put the head skyward there. Looked like she knew it was coming. Part of the game, right? Edina now on the penalty kill. Very impressive. They've only allowed 4 goals against on the penalty kill with 68 chances. And that's impressive stuff. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ledger, power play opportunities for the Royals at 11%. They are 6 for 55 with the power play so far. Jungles gathers in and lobs that one back in as Bosch will steer this one off for Meyer behind the net. Little bit of a mishap there, but controlled. Brousseau is going to rush this one through center. Hendrickson angles her to the corner. Brousseau puts on the brakes, lays this one up for Meyer. Over to the near side, they go with it. That's Etzel with the shot. That's blocked by Jungles. That's Vivian Jungles, the defender, on the near boards as they come together. 2-on-2 battle. Brousseau from the corner, blocked by Hendrickson. Brousseau again with the stick, looking to make a play. Avery Shaw is there. Puts that one up to the line too far, as they'll have to regroup and turn this one back up ice. Here's McAllen with it. In on goal is Swan. Wisely plays that one over. Ooh, to Hendrickson, who overskates but gets it back. And she'll hammer the glass and get it the length of the ice now with 50 to go in the power play, 2:28 to go in the period. Back around the left wing side. Amato is there, taken away by Davis. Davis tries to go inside, but then she's cut off, and the Royals will come back away with it from the corner. Over to the right wing side for Stoldorf. Cut off at the line. Davis again stays on that one as she tries to poke it to the corner. At the line, Maxwell will pinch in on that one and make the play. There's a shot in on goal. Short-handed as Bosch makes the save with 20 to go on the clock, and the score reading 2-0 in favor of Edina. You know, really a timeless piece that they're working here on the public address system from Joan Jett. Definitely. Hornets now forecheck out and close out the penalty that was called on Dahl. Back into the center ice area it goes. Here's a chance, holding it to the backhand. Roberts scores! Oh, what a goal there. Talk about patience. Sitting on that puck, you'll watch here as Kylie Roberts comes away with it, creates the breakaway, and just calmly gets to the backhand and puts the Hornets up with a comfortable 3-0 lead late here in the first period, with 1:21 showing on the clock for that. 6th goal of the season for Kylie Roberts. That was an unassisted tally for her. Back at center ice it goes. Turning back is Gwen Hendrickson. She finds Olsen with it. Off the boards to center. She gets away from the oncoming Avery Shaw. Played back in behind. And here come the Royals back out of the zone with McAllen. She played that one ahead to Anna Nichols, who gets that one deep. On the forecheck now, it's going to be Shaw. She worked on the Hornet defender there, and Olsen. Now it's going to be Vivian Jungles to work this one out of the zone. Left wing on the tape. Across the line, Tella Jungles, look out. There's Chorsky. Nice save, Bosch. Oh, and a rebound. They score! Oh, you can make one save, maybe two saves, but when you got to make three, it gets pretty tricky. Watch this. So there she is. She makes the first one, and then the second one, that's going to be buried right there. Lily Hendrickson now up to the left wing for Jungles. Here comes Connor across the line. Quick shot, stopped by Bosch. And one more chance at the buzzer. Oh, with a blast. 27th of the season for Emma Connor. And we'll get the assist for you here in a minute. Hannah Chorsky with the first assist. We'll be back with the second period in about 14 minutes. The Hornets are rolling 4-0 here in the first period. High school hockey continues right here. The MN Hockey.
You know, the difference maker is just the, the personal interest level we take, where it's just more than a job. We really feel, a passion for serving the clients and really taking care of them. I think the loan officer group we have, it's not about the money, it's about the satisfaction when you're sitting at the closing table with the clients and you've done a good job for them and they're happy, and you see the joy that you bring their families. Helping be a guide for someone when they're going through what quite typically is the largest single investment someone's going to make in their life, their home, for that trust they place in us. It's really satisfying to be able to provide that service. And I think that there's a little bit of a oversimplification of what the mortgage process is really all about, and certainly the ability to close a transaction quickly and with the least amount of brain damage involved, I can appreciate, but there's a tremendous amount of thought that needs to go into the selection of the product itself, and then to be able to sit down with a experienced professional is extremely important to make sure you're making the right choice. And once we've come to that conclusion that this does make sense and the customer does want to move forward, certainly being able to fast track it and use all the technology available to get to the closing table as fast and as efficiently as possible.
It would break your heart to see what we pull out of here every day. We're out here 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, cleaning up the water.
Probably dump that, man.
You guys need some help?
Sure.
Yeah.
No way. JJ Watt.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
I don't believe it.
JJ, come on.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome aboard, baby.
Isn't that for me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So what are you guys doing out here? What's the whole cleanup about?
Well, we're just doing the right thing. It's a kind of a thankless job. It's out of sight, out of mind. Somebody's got to do it.
What's the dream for the cleanup project?
My dream is for people to think twice before they throw something out.
No problem, boys. I thought I was gonna have to come over there and show you how to do it.
That's not going to smell good.
Not pleasant. Great play, baby.
What would you do without these guys?
I would be in trouble. I don't know what I would do. These guys are everything to me.
You ever catch anything? Brackish waters up in here? I'm caught casting netted shrimp. You eat them? No. It's been a good day, fellas. I appreciate you guys having me out here. It's eye-opening to see all the trash and everything that you guys pick up.
For me, it's really not just a job, you know, it's a passion.
I appreciate you having me out.
You can swing a mean net, man.
Appreciate you helping us. It was a long, hot day.
You aren't kidding, it's hot.
Talk about it.
Yeah, the heat's a little different than it is on the field.
Hockey continues on the MNHockey.tv, and we're proud to bring in the man, Chad Schumacher from Tradition Wealth Management. Chad, you and I have been at this for a couple of years now, and I've been able to watch firsthand with what your organization's been able to do, not only as a wealth management firm, but what you've done in the community, and you're very engaged in it with lots of locations. So can you give us a little bit of a history lesson of where you've been and where this has gone and where it's going?
Yeah, so Tradition Wealth Management, we started in 2003 with a couple different partners that came from large institutions with the dream, and we started in a conference room with one phone between 6 employees. And now in February and Valentine's Day, we'll be 17 years old.
I'd like to have seen what that wrestling match for that one phone looked like between those employees. That must have been something else.
It was good.
So you have locations really spread throughout the Twin Cities. Can you share those locations and strategically how you landed there?
Yep. We've been in Edina since existence, and so this is where our largest operation is. And now we've recently opened up offices in Woodbury, North Oaks, downtown St. Paul by the Tria Center, and out in Wayzata.
And then in terms of employees, what kind of coverage do you have from that respect?
I think we're up to 17 employees right now. We're still looking to grow. We're trying to hire a couple of really experienced teams to help engage with clients going forward.
You guys have been very engaged in the community throughout with lots of initiatives, which has also created some great networking opportunities for those involved. And you've had a lot of things from which to be proud of. Can you touch on some of those things that you as an organization have done?
Well, obviously it starts, we just take care of people. We deliver everything from high net worth strategies all the way to starting people from our 401ks that we work with, just with basic estate planning stuff. So we're really proud with that. We do lead with a comprehensive planning. We try not to turn over all the rocks. We realize every person's has a different set of circumstances, net worth, health issues, you name it. But we try to create a private family office for people who don't have private family offices and help them with all the investment advice that we can give them.
Well, it basically answered my next question of why are you unique, and I'm sure that's pretty much the key thing, right?
Yeah. I'd say, most people hire us. When we're managing assets for people, we're normally managing all the assets that are be able to be managed, and just take their unique set of circumstances and build it to the plan that makes sense for each client we deal with.
We have tons of people out there that watch these games for real, and they all have needs, and I'm sure they're going to want to be able to get a hold of you and your team somehow. I would highly recommend that. What's the best way to reach out to get a hold of you and your team here?
I'd say just call my number. I'd be glad to talk to you and get you in touch with the right person from the right office. My direct line is 952-563-6504.
Chad, thanks a lot. Let's get back at it. Some more hockey action coming up.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Here we go. We start the second period. Edina with a 4-0 lead over the Hopkins Park Royals as they go back to work into the offensive zone, as that's knocked away to the far boards by Stoldorf. But there for the Hornets is Keel as she finds Bolby. Bolby now from the corner. Plays back in for Davis. Back up to the line. Maxwell. Davis from the corner. That's Bolby who gathers that in and tries to play that one through. And that's going to be Etzel to play to center as she finds the oncoming Aaron Brasso. As it's back in behind the net now, it's going to be Maxwell with it, who plays this around the right wing boards. Cutting that off is the defender, that's Sarah McAllen. Off the side of the net, Swan's going to pounce on that one and hang on. The faceoff will come up to her right with 16:13 to go here in the second period. In on goal again is that Swan to hang on. Knocked away at center ice. There's a good defensive play to shut down the neutral zone, but that's going to be tough to do with Connor and Chorsky. Also joined by Jungles up front. Back into the Hopkins Park zone. Rich cut off by Tella Jungles. Now there it's Hoffman. At center it's going to be Vivian Jungles. Nice job to get away from one skater. Plays this one in deep. She's going to walk the line. Looks in front, pushed wide by Connor. She's looking for goal number 28 on the season. Now Chorsky with it. Up high she goes. Gets away from one player. Knocked away from her though off the stick of Hoffman. And now it's going to be Tella Jungles there. Packing it into the slot area. Back door. Oh, what a save by Bosch. She got the right stick on that one. Now it's Connor wanted to go short side, but that didn't go. Now Tella Jungles through traffic. Chorsky gets it back off the boards up high to Vivian Jungles. Back down underneath the stick of Chorsky. The big carom over for Lily Hendrickson. She looks down into the corner. That rolls away from her as they stay on the puck. Back in behind, Hendrickson, or check that, Chorsky rather. Now it's played back to center ice by Brousseau. Off the boards, hammered, and it's going to be an icing call back into the Hopkins Park zone again. We'll wind it back up and start over. As we'll visit Leah Bosch again. She's been busy tonight. She had 20 shots in the first period that she had to see. 21 rather. Tonight's coverage presented in part by Tradition Companies. Check them out at traditionco.com. They're your one-stop shop for all your home financing and home needs. Cut off back up into the center ice area. Rousseau with it. Looks to the slot area. Ooh, they nearly had the late person on the near side. That was the oncoming Avery Shaw. And there's going to be a whistle on the play. 14:06 to go in the period. In on goal as Shaw makes the save, or Swan rather. Puck rolls up into center as Bolby takes a swing at that as she gathers it in across the line. Rister, she wanted to go high short side. That might have been deflected a bit off the arm of Bosch. Bowlby gets it back from the slot, loads it up. There's a shot and a save. She had Keel right there in front looking for the rebound, but back the other way they come with it with Avery Shaw. Shaw now across the line, plays this one back in behind for Dahl as Swan plays that off to the right wing side into the corner. Now here come the Hornets, left wing side. Davis across the line. Works the escape from the corner. Finds Keel. Keel back up for Davis. To the slot area. That's turned away, and they find an opening and send it to center off the stick of Maxwell. So Hornets will be forced to gather in their own zone with 13 minutes remaining here in the second period. Outlet to the right wing side. That deflects away. Coming away with that puck was Etzel. That's knocked back into the Edina zone. It's going to be Hashka with it off the boards. Held in by Telejungles. Now here's Chorsky. Chorsky lays that one up to the line. That's going to be taken away, though it didn't quite get there. Amato with it now across the line. She plays that behind Lily Hendrickson as Vivian Jungles will come away with it from the left corner. She's going to be flushed back in behind the net. Jungles for Hendrickson. From the right wing she looks but doesn't see it and plays it back over for Jungles as the skilled defenders play catch with the puck on the end wall. Now out of the zone they go. Chorsky finds Jungles across the line. Drop pass for Chorsky. Had to reach for that one a bit. Now Jungles gets it back. Looked for Chorsky short side. Cleared to the line. Now it's going to be Hendrickson back over for Vivian Jungles. Redirect. Nice job by Chorsky just to direct that toward the goal mouth area. Missed the mark. Clear him to the right wing side. Betzer is there. She battles along the boards with Jungles. Knocked off the boards, but not out. Hashka was there. Now behind the net, it's going to be Rich. She's bothered on the play off the end boards as she plays it to an open corner for McAllen. She's cut off by Roberts. Back up to the line they go with it. Hendrickson now for Sister Gwen. Off the post as she wanted to go short Ches. Now it's going to be Gwen Hendrickson out of the corner, lays this one up. There's a quick shot that's buzzed wide of the mark. That was Lindborg on the bid for the Hornets. Now back down into the corner they go with it. That's pushed in by Lily Hendrickson. Lindborg plays that one back for Vivian Hendrickson. Gwen Hendrickson takes over. Lindborg opens up into the slot area, but Gwen Hendrickson gets it back. Looks like a power play now. This Hornet line has had a good shift. Back down to the corner. Lindborg comes away with it, back in behind. Up for Hendrickson, Lily Hendrickson for Barrett Lindborg, controlling from the right wing hash. Now she finds Roberts, top of the circle, fanned on that one. She was bothered by Amato. Hashka looking exhausted, plays that to center. She's just going straight to the bench. I'm out. Now off to the top of the right circle. Glove saved by Bosch. That was a good one right there. You see that cutting to the forehand was Vivian Jungles. Took advantage of the exhausted defenders or the forwards hopping off the ice for Hopkins Park, and there was Bosch to bail out that scoring chance with a nice glove save as she forces the faceoff inside their zone now with 10:34 to go. Here in the second period, back in behind, it's Meyer. She rings that around to the right wing side. Chipped to center by Etzel. Now it's going to be off the boards as the Hornets play to center. Now Meyer is there. They looked ahead to try to find the oncoming Greeley. Instead, back behind the net it goes. Now it's Olsen with it. She runs into a stiff check from Stoldorf off the end boards. And now the Hornets will send this off the end boards, off the right wing side. And here they go. That was Uline who played that one off under the stick of Kelly Collins. Her shot misses the mark. Pinching is Olsen, who's going to guide this back in behind the net. Collins works in on the forecheck. It's a stick in there. That's away from the stick of Hankinson. And the length of the ice it goes, but no icing, as it'll be Olsen to regroup in her own end with plenty of room to work. Sends a long pass ahead for Bowlby. Sure-handed winger. Plays this one over to the left wing side. Now there's Hankinson. Ooh, she dangles across the neutral. Nice little play there. Hankinson from the right wing side. She'll walk it low. Stays on the puck. Angles. Surveys. Stays with it. Back up to the line. There's a wrister deflected. On the backhand. Put back in on by Davis. Stopped by Bosch as she cycles back around to the near side. Now for the Hornets, it's going to be Maxwell who plays this behind for Bowlby. Bowlby walks along the goal line. Bosch is there to shut the door. Boy, Leah Bosch has been huge in this second period in the entire day, but she's making some great saves. Let's see if we can get the tail end of this one right here. You see that one right there. She makes the save, and the Hornets come up with the puck and send it the length of the ice. Keel wanted to go through the legs on the face-off, but Brousseau thought better of that. They get the draw, though, to the Hornets. There's a wrister that's deflected from the left point. That's steered wide to the corner by the goaltender, Bosch. Ezetso plays that one to the line, but not out. Davis is there to play this one off the boards. Bolby swings this around. Meyer up to the line, reaching and playing this one down. The Hornets will chip the boards and play to the corner. Bolby. Now Maxwell. Davis. Dahl with a quick slapper that's blocked over the near boards. Down goes Davis out of the zone. It's played by Stoldorf and sent right back in as Meyer will be there from the corner. Delayed penalty coming up. This will be on the Hornets. This one came in the offensive zone. I think I saw him suggest a hook. There it is. There's my guy, Todd Grover, getting it all done there with the camera work. Beautiful work by him to capture that infraction. A lot of purposeful music here played by Pat Milan. There's a pretty classic stuff. Davis goes for interference at 8:54. Hopkins Park with the power play. This will be their second of the game. Back in behind it goes. You can see some of the Hornets boys players are starting to gather back in behind the Hopkins Park goal where their locker rooms are, as obviously the JV will be in action at 5:30, I believe, tonight, or 5 o'clock, as the varsity will be at 7:30 from the Eden Prairie Community Center. There's a nice trailer shot, blocker pad save. We'll have that varsity game for you right here at the mnhockey.tv. 1 minute to go on the Hopkins Park power play as it's sent right back in on the carom behind the net. Rings all the way around to the near side. Hornets look to play this one out. Long pass ahead on the tape. That's good. Nice job by Jungles to keep the line. Connor had to reach behind in the shorthanded bid as it's going to be the puck played into the Edina zone as Hopkins Park will have to hustle up and create some pressure here to get back into the power play. They get possession back on their sticks with Stoldorf. Now it's going to be Chorsky with it. Over for Bolby to the right wing side. Bolby gains entry. Her wrister's deflected up off the gear of McAllen. And they're going to pinch in from the left wing side. Chorsky is there, try to find that one through to Bolby. And that one's up and out of play. With 6:12 to go here in the second period and 7 to go on the Hopkins Park power play. Bump back in behind the net. That was Charlotte Rich over the near side for Shaw. Davis steps on as it's back to 5-on-5. So far, Hornets have been kept off the scoreboard here in the second period after taking the 4-0 lead to the break after the first period. Back in behind the net. Roberts looks to forecheck. That's played around by Meyer to the right wing side. Reaching to make the play there was Brousseau, but now it's going to be Dahl pinching down low for Edina. Roberts now comes away with it. She plays this one back in behind the corner as they're going to bring it out of the zone now with Shaw. Knocked right back in by Dahl. Now it's going to be Gwen Hendrickson from the corner. She puts on the brakes, bumped on the play by Meyer. Now she goes down on that play, and it's going to be sent into the Edina zone for an icing call. With 5:18 to go here in the period. Back behind the Edina net they go with it. Good positional play there. Connor from the left wing. There's Chorsky, ooh, with speed and tempo. Pushed that one wide of the mark, and now it's going to be the Royals back out of the zone. At center, that's knocked away by Chorsky with the back pressure and bumped off the near boards. Sent back into the corner. Hankinson is there. She looked up for Chorsky, but that one failed to click. Stick save turned aside. Sarah Swan was called upon in the first period, made some big saves. Now it's going to be Chorsky. She's going to take it all the way in solo. A nice save by Bosch. Heavy shot coming from number 18, but Bosch gets the stick down. You'll see this. Watch Chorsky. Cuts to the forehand. It was like the parting of the Red Seas, and they gave the shooter to the goaltender, and the goaltender did her job, did her duty, and shut the door. Keel the draw. Hendrickson the shot. Wide of the mark it goes. Meyer off the boards, and here come the Royals back to center, cut off by Vivian Jungles. Nice read there. Meyer gets the stick on that. Look out, the goaltender was going to cut that one off, but Bosch does a nice job to get back in. Watch this. Maybe we'll catch her on this. You'll see the puck at center ice here. They thought that was going to carry him in, and Bosch literally just got right back into her position there to make the save. Cut off from Bowlby. That was Rich. Played along by Davis. Now it's going to be picked up by Rich again as she's turned back in behind. Davis looks out front. Oh, that missed Keel. Bowlby. Couple of 13s do battle there, her and Shaw. And Brousseau back up through center. Now it's going to be Vivian Jungles. Fights off a would-be checker with 3:40 to go in the period. Jungles reaches for that loose puck. Keel comes away with it. Touched over for Lily Hendrickson from Davis. Knocked away from Hendrickson by Avery. Nice play there. Now it's back up to the line. Shot by Jungles. Kind of came up in a hurry. Little stick work down low there. Played in by Dahl behind the net. Gwen Hendrickson looks out front. And now from the left wing side, it's going to be Hoffman. She finds the stick of Anna Nichols, and it's going to be off the boards. As now it's Maxwell back in behind her own end. 3:04 to go in the period. Here comes Maxwell through center. She gets chopped down on the play. There's going to be a tripping call coming up on Anna Nichols. And now it's going to be Bosch to just simply cover that one up and do what she needs to do. Let's see if we can get the tail end of this play here. There you see. Literally the tail end. And then you'll see right there, Bosch is going to cover it up. Played back into the corner. They'll find Vivian Jungles, a snapper. Nice save, Bosch, as she turns the pillow out on that one. And they'll lay that one up back to the line. Lily Hendrickson plays into the corner for Chorsky. Back for Hendrickson. Bosch, nice save there. Nifty setup from back in behind. You'll watch Jungles. Lays it over to the left wing side. Give and go out of the corner. They got the stick, though. That was a nice little play there. Ryan St. Martin's addition. course, joined by Sierra Vadner, Aaron O'Neill, their former goaltender for the Hopkins Royals, and Clay Casanova. Backdoor. Oh, there's Bosch again to shut it. And as she does, she knocks the net off its post. But look at this setup. An even better save. Bosch getting a piece of this one. Good read by the goaltender there. Man, she's definitely caught my attention here tonight with a terrific game against a very explosive Edina Hornet Hockey Club. As it's going to be Vivian Jungles backpedaling in her own zone. Turned away by Brousseau as she's going to play it up to the left wing side for Connor. Connor leaves off for Chorsky. Now the drop pass for Hendrickson, back for Chorsky. They know what they're doing on the power play, this club, I'll tell you that much. Oh, look at that. See what I'm saying? Woo. Now it's going to be Connor with it. It's like art. Davis back door. That one deflects. Chorsky now plays this back and around. Lily Hendrickson gets back up for Vivian Jungles. She'll walk and shoot. Scores! Wires that one in. And that was just great puck movement by the Hornets. That opened up this scoring chance for Vivian Jungles as she'll see, okay, great. I'm just going to walk in here and wire this one high glove. That's her second of the game, as she has been very good shooting the puck. Back in behind the net it goes. Meyer. Now it's played down to the corner. Hornets will control with Greeley. Greeley finds Collins, and now it's going to be played to the left wing side as Shaw works it out of the zone. Off the stick of Stoldorf as the sophomore works her way to the corner with Hankinson. Uline will play this around the boards as we're down to 1 minute remaining in the second period.
1 minute remaining in the second period. 1 minute. Jungles. Her 10th from Hendrickson and Chorsky. That's an even straight goal for the Hornets.
Back up the line they go with it. Over to the near side. Meyer plays it. How about that? I've never heard, maybe I have, but terrific work by Pat Milan as he's announcing the first round of the goal. You always say the VATs in case people were talking and missed it. Right, I get it. But right midstream, he cuts it down. He cuts it down and throws out the old, oh, they're going to let that puck go. And they'll play it in deep. He goes right midstream, cuts right into the 1 minute remaining, and then goes back into his whole thing and works his angle. Very impressive, smooth. Speaking of smooth, there's Bolby. Looks that one right in on goal as Bosch makes a save with 6.9 seconds to go in this period. They're going to take Katie Davis. So Davis gets called for the slashing minor. Time of the penalty was 16:53. And it'll be a power play going into the third period for the Hopkins Park Royals as they trail now by a score of 5-0. 1:54 of power play time. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the start of the third period coming up for you as we continue our high school hockey coverage at the mnhockey.tv.
You know, it's pretty easy to be proud of the fact that we've been in continuous operation for almost 120 years. Now, obviously, Ennebeck Construction started that, and they're a big part of it. You know, since then, in the 20 years that Tradition's been around, we've built on to that legacy, and you know, I think we've created our own legacy and our own brand, which is pretty special and unique.
We've kind of coined the phrase between all the nutrition companies and led by the bank's Keystone program. However much money we make, we give 10% of our earnings to the community, and lots of time as well.
Our business model is centered around building communities, whether that's, providing the dirt work or building the houses or providing the financing. We're really, our success is really part of the overall community success. The fact that we live in the communities that our customers live in as well. We're side by side with them. And really our promise to our customers would be that we reinvest back into the communities and we help make the community stronger, where if you're doing business with, out-of-state competitor, those dollars are going out of state, but we're putting them right back in the community.
I think that being in a sport, it has built into it the concept that we are going to face a challenge. When we do sport the right way, we are teaching values. We're teaching kids how to be hard workers. We're teaching kids how to be courageous, to be fearless. Dynamites, because we have a focus on whole life youth development, physical, academic, social and spiritual excellence, we get that we're trying to develop people to be whole people. And I think that when you combine that mission with sport, I think you naturally get that. We have programs in each of those 4 areas. We have ice hockey for physical excellence. Academic excellence includes academic support like one-on-one tutoring. We have a summer academic camp. Social excellence includes our big community service project, Greg Carroll Learn to Skate, and also we're faith-based. So when kids are old enough, they have the choice to go to summer camp, kind of that traditional summer church camp. Every kid in the program has multiple mentors. If they're in tutoring, they have a very special mentor that's just their very own. And then of course the hockey coaches are mentors, and of course all the staff are mentors too. We have a very high retention rate. Dynamite's high school graduation rate over 20 years is 85%. And over the last 5 years, 96% have graduated, which is really significant because right now Minneapolis Public Schools is reporting that their graduation rate is 53%. So that, I think, is another measure that shows that Dynamites is working. Being a faith-based organization, I think we're able to say things that are really powerful sometimes. We might say to the kids, like, we're gonna do some hard things today. And we want you to remember, we can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. A few minutes later, we might be asking them to do that hard thing, and you got heads down and panting, and remind them, remember, you have strength. God's given you the strength to do this. You have the strength that you need inside you right now. They might even remember the moments where they began to believe that, where they began to believe, I should be fearless. Only believe, do not fear.
Too heavy? Try it.
I got it.
Lift it up. 1, 2, 3. Good. Looks great.
Wow. This looks amazing. Can I help you make a few?
Sure.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm Derek. Nice to meet you. So how long have you been doing this?
2 years.
2 years. So you're an expert.
Yes.
Can you do one with my name?
Sure.
D-E-R-E-K?
D-R-E-K.
D-E-R-E-K.
D-E-R-E-K?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the ultimate dream for your business?
I really wish I had more bracelets to make every single day.
What do you do with the money?
We have this hunger project, and I give back to the kids that don't have enough money to buy food.
So the more bracelets you make, the more money you raise, and then the more kids you can help out. How long have you had this dream?
10 years.
So you're 6 years old and you had the dream for 10 years. That's pretty good. That's someone that knows what they want to do in life.
Yeah.
Okay, now, what do you think about this?
Ooh.
Pretty good?
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go to start the third period. Edina and Hopkins Park from Braemar Arena. Just a great day here in the Twin Cities. I actually woke up to the sun. I was like, what is that? Couldn't believe it. It's been so long. Exciting. Then I came out to the games and it was cloudy. So there you go. Just don't get too excited. Sent back in by the Hornets. That's Keel who plays this behind the net. It's going to be cut off and played away there by Hoffman. Through center ice. Will that be enough for an ice? They let up on that. They're going to wave that off. Good read by the official there. Rousseau back behind the net. They look out front. There's a chance. Swan the save. Power play continues. Turned aside. Swan again. Down in a heap in front of the net goes Shaw. Now it's going to be turned in by Rich. Rousseau is checked. Wedged on the play. That by Maxwell, who comes away with it. Gets a little bit of help from Bowlby. She'll ring the glass back over to the left wing side. 35 to go in the power play. Back in behind the net. Bosch will set up and wait for the oncoming defensive McAllen. Outlets to the left wing side. Back at center ice. It'll be chased down by Tella Jungles, who plays back over for Connor. Connor now chips over. Oh, nice feed for Jungles. Back door. Scores! Oh, what a goal there. They set that one up. Made it happen. The Hornets put this one into running time. As watch this, Connor just chips that one home from a shallow angle. And it will go into running time with 15:19 left here in the third period. Katie Davis standing at the door, wanting to get out. Played ahead by Vivian Jungles. No ice on the play. Back in behind now. It's going to be Etzel with it. They'll play this D to D. Rink wide to the left wing. Here comes Hopkins Park as Davis steps back on the ice. She'll head to the bench area. Vivian Jungles looks up ice. That's off the stick. That's 28 for Connor. Tella Jungles continues to add to her scoring totals as well. Now there's Vivian Jungles with it from the left point. So after being held off the board in the second, there's Bosch to make the save. Nice strong shot on the ice. She kept the stick down. And what I like about this save, though, is look where that rebound went. I mean, there's some traffic and things she had to deal with, and she just kept it right there. And that's an art. It's a nice job.
With a 6-goal differential for high school Eagles, the third period is running time. Running time in the third period.
Back up to the left side. Now it's going to be Hankinson to play back in behind the net. Gwen Hendrickson was there. She runs into Hashka as Carmen Hashka plays it to the right wing boards. Hankinson played that down. She keeps the line neatly there and dumps that right back in behind. Lindborg is going to cut it off behind that. Oh, it rolled under her stick as now Gwen Hendrickson comes away with it. She'll play up for Olsen. Olsen, nice body position there. She'll carry this one deep. Turns and plays this one back up to the line. Nice read to Roberts. Wrister. That in through traffic, and there's Leah Bosch once again to make the save. You'll watch this nice little play. They get that right back up to Roberts, who had cycled up to cover for the offensively flowing defender in Holly Olsen, and they got it right back to Roberts, who put one in on, and that was held on to by the Hopkins Park goaltender. At center ice, that's cut off. Now it's Davis with it behind the net. Turns and cycles that back in behind. Lucy Bowlby angles to the forehand. Look at the wheels. Sends a shot in on goal. That's knocked away by Bosch behind the net. Now Davis will motor to the corner and play this off the boards for Olsen. And back in front of the net area it goes. They'll find an opening and send that one the length of the ice. Cut off by the goaltender, Sarah Swan, trying to pitch her second shutout in 4 starts so far this year for the Hornets. Here's Hankinson with it. Off to the left wing, feeds. Deflected in by Davis. As the Hornets will change on the fly. Off the boards, cut off by Chorsky. And now it's going to be Hopkins Park to center. Nice muscle play by Tella Jungles. Connor, touch pass for Chorsky. Nice feed. Here comes Chorsky in on goal. Protects to the forehand. Couldn't pull the trigger all the way. What a play, though. And Chorsky plays at such a high rate. Her and Connor right on sync and tempo in front. There's a nice feed and a bigger save there. Look at this setup and look at the save. Great hockey here from Braemar Arena. You'll see it up high it goes. There's going to be Dahl who plays this one back in behind the net. Chorsky the read out front to Connor. Chorsky wanted to raise the twig. She was going straight Selly, but it didn't happen there. Face-off chopped at by Chorsky. Back to the corner it goes. Rich will play this back into the right wing side. Again, back out of the corner. Nice give and go. And Hopkins Park will try to clear to center. Reaching over is Dahl. She'll feed the glass and send that back in behind the net. McAllen is there. Now Brousseau with it. She tried to work her way from the Edina forecheck, but Connor with pace in front. Scores! There's Tella Jungles on a terrific feed. Look at this hard-working goal by the Hornets. This is why they are the #1 ranked team in the MNHockey.tv rankings. Wow. Face-off win by the Hornets. Clock continues to tick now, down to 10 minutes and 35 to go. Back in behind the net. That's Greeley with it. Gets that up to Jungles. Back to Lily Hendrickson. Worked a give and go. That was a quick shot in on goal by Kelly Collins. Now Vivian Jungles in on goal from the blue line. The pressure continues from the Edina Hornets. Vivian Jungles takes that from Lily Hendrickson. These two are dynamic pairing on the back line for the Hornets. Now Jungles is going to carry back in behind the net with pace. As a sophomore defender. Plays that one up to the line. She gets it back behind. There's a penalty coming up. This is going to be on Hopkins Park. Swan was going to go to the net, but she's just going to chill. Hornets still control with the delayed penalty coming up on the pockets. Gwen Hendrickson, backdoor, nice save made, and they blow the whistle after the save. He got two for a cross check. That's going to be Abigail Meyer that works into the bench. Look at the rookie move by the timekeeper, Phil Stark. Straight up rookie move. Every clockologist knows that you don't start the penalty right away. You have to go enter, enter, and there's 3 enters. The third enter, it goes up. For those of you listening at home, I had a chirp. He's a good guy, Phil Stark. But I'm going to call out that aspect component of the game. But I guess when you got a club up 7-0, it doesn't really matter at that stage anyway. Hornets control high with Bolby. Back in behind the net. Nice little puck control. She's had a nice game here tonight. Now Maxwell gives back over to the right wing side for Bolby, for Lindborg. Back for Bolby. Off the right wing rail. That's a wrister goal that's deflected. Gathered in by Brousseau. She sends that one back into the Edina zone. That's steered off to the right side by Swan, as Maxwell's going to come away with it. Long pass ahead. Tella Jungles angles, stays on the puck, cuts to the forehand. In on goal, turned aside. Nice job by Bosch to make that save. Now Tella Jungles. Oh, there's a shot off the post. Chorsky snake bitten there. Wow. Now it's going to be Lily Hendrickson to play down over for Vivian Jungles across the line. She's got Chorsky right there who comes away with it. Chorsky sends it through, and she scores. Just kind of put some juice on that one after being stopped by the post. Said, nah, not this time. I'm going to come in here and push this one through the 5-hole. And you'll see the Hornets now with the 8-0 lead. Clock continues to tick. 6:53 to go. Puck will be pushed up to the left wing side as it's Hankinson now across the line. She cuts to the slot area. Back into the corner. Going to play this one through.
Scoring for Edina, it's the 16th goal of the season for number 18, Hannah Chorsky, with the first assist.
Dahl will retrieve for the Hornets. Missed the mark for Collins. And back into the Edina zone it goes. 9:42 was the time of the goal. Oshka and Keel. Now it's going to be Davis and Hashka. Sent back into the Edina zone off the right wing corner. Maxwell guides us around to the right wing. Bolby with a stick lift, puck to center. McAllen. Davis kicks that down. She's going to be cut off along the line as they'll muscle their way toward that loose puck and offside at the line. You look at this Edina roster. Katie Davis, Sophia Dahl, Lucy Bolby, Tella Jungles, the only seniors, all contribute big time to this team, but there's a ton of underclassmen that contribute as well. I know the whole high school hockey and the girls' side of things are well aware of that. Davis blocks that shot, muscles it to center ice, sent back in and offside at the line as we'll bring it back outside for the face-off. Olsen guides that in for Edina off the face-off win. Hopkins Park back up into center. Hoffman was there, lost an edge and control. That gets underneath the stick of Hankinson, who will allow for Olsen to come away with this one out of the corner. Olsen looks back in behind, will fire to Hankinson, who will get right back over for Olsen. That misses the stick there. Roberts. Oh, a little dangle fast behind the net there. She finds some real estate for Lindborg. Lindborg ahead, left wing side, carries this one in behind. She angles, stays on the puck, looks back up high. She looked for Olsen over to the right wing side. She gets it. That's sent back in wide of the mark. It's going to be Lindborg with it. Turns and plays this one down the corner wall. And Roberts, nice give and go off the glass. She went up over the top of the net as it's going to be the puck over to the far corner. Carmen Hashka gets inside body position there for the Hornets, or for the Royals rather, as Roberts comes away with it, stays on it, lets a wrister go, blocker pad save Bosch. There's Hankinson, a quick slapper. Nice save by Bosch over to the left wing side, and it'll be picked up by Stoldorf back over to the near side. They'll look to play this one along the wall, but can't get it as it's Meyer with it through center, and the Hornets will retrieve in their own zone. Swan's just going to keep it moving. Love that. And now it's going to be handed over. Back at the line, going to be sent right back in. Now it's going to be Stoldorf, stopped by Jungles. From behind the net, Jungles with great body position wins the battle. Takes a slash there, stays with it. Looks ahead, misses the mark, and into the zone it goes. Rich with it, back in behind her own net. She'll guide this around to the wall. Cut off by Bowlby. Oops. Overskates that one. Gets a little bit of help. Those Collins plays that one down low. Off the boards for Dahl. Dahl guides that back in behind. 2:02 to go here in the third period and counting. And it'll be the, big collision at center. Brousseau. There's all sorts of contact both ways there. That was now a penalty coming up. And into the corner it goes, back up center. That's off Bowlby on the delayed penalty. Swan stays at home. And the hooking call will be on Sarah McCallan. Hornets will face off inside the Hopkins Park zone with 1:07 and counting to go in the third period. Bowlby with the draw up for Dahl. Gives that over to the right wing side. 4 goals in the first and 4 here in the third for the Hornets. They lead 8-0 as this one's winding down. And we're going to cap off the regular season for both of these teams as they get ready to participate in the section playoffs, the state tournament. You know, it's a whole different world. Every game, every period, every possession starts to matter. And it's going to be a great run here through the state tournament for a lot of these teams. Now here comes the left wing feed for Bowlby. Turned aside by Bosch. She comes up with another nice stick save, playing strong to the finish. Brousseau. A little Popeye reference for you there because she eats her spinach. Now it's going to be handled. That was brutal. Sorry, I had to. Maxwell up the left wing side. That's off the stick of Jungles and into the Hopkins Park zone. That's going to do it here as we're not even going to drop this one as they're taking their time as Sarah Swan picks up the shutout, her second of the year. And the 11th out of 25 games the Hornets have shut out their opponents. It's absolutely stunning how good this defensive squad is. Hornets and the Royals call it a season on the regular season side of things. They now prepare for the playoffs, and we'll have all that coming up for you in a couple of weeks. Actually, they'll have their seedings next week, and then it will go from there. For our camera operator, Todd Grover, and Pete Wagner, don't forget 5 o'clock JV action at the MNHockey.tv. Check out the viewer guide. JV Hockey, Benilde St. Margaret's and Jefferson. The varsity team's playing at 7. And then when you get to the 7:30 time, it'll be Edina Boys and Eden Prairie, and what should be a good one. The reunion of Jackson Blake back up to the varsity teams made a big difference, playing with Ben Steves and John Middlestedt. So we'll have that game. Bart Archer will be joining me in the booth. We appreciate your viewership all year long. We're going to take a break from the girls hockey side of things, and we'll be bringing you all the action again next year. And don't forget, coming up in the spring, we'll have some baseball and softball action as well on the Edina Athletics YouTube channel. That's going to do it here. So long, everybody.